Welcome, one and all. This is Peter Palmiotti of Human Art Studio, and I'm here today, like every day, working on my comic Retro. And Retro is excited to be here. So am I. So I thought I'd get in a little time this morning before work. My other job, my side hustle. And as per the title of the episode, all that matters right now is working on my comic. But I have the day job, and it's, as I got into last episode, really cuts into my days from being exhausted and just, the daily chores, the weekly chores of life added to a day job, added to having at least some time where I'm able to talk to family or hang out with friends or just some me time. Yeah, at some point, I'll go back to a full-time freelance schedule. And I definitely think I'll be able to do better in regards to my schedule and keeping on top of things. Previous to the day job, was I'm behind on bills, and when you're behind, things sort of pile up like extra charges. And so hopefully I won't be paying a lot of that out. I could put the money to much better uses. Hey, Crimson Owl Comics, aka Ronnie. So yeah, it's like every day is a new adventure now with the day job. And I'm really thinking like this is, my friend's been a cook for other people for years and years and years, and he wanted to try this new venture. And we're a little over 2 weeks now into it, and I think in many ways, it's a different field, but it's much like having opportunities in comics where one can be just a stepping stone to something even better. I'm sorry for the glare. I need a little more light. So I think that, even if this doesn't go on forever, which I don't expect it will, it might be a summer thing. It might be, who knows? Today might be the last day. I don't know. We talk a lot during the day, and he wants it to work, but he's also open to other opportunities. He mentioned putting the sort of food trailer up for sale and see what happens. So I don't know. But meanwhile, gets me extra cash in my pocket. I'll have to work probably this weekend on get a number of packages I got to send out. I know the post office is open Saturday, but it's for limited hours. So I probably won't get stuff together in time, but maybe I'll have a friend. I'll set it all up and make a stack and have a friend do it during the week for me. Like yesterday was almost a washout with my day job, and we sort of cut out early. So one never knows. But I will say, like, wanting to do more work on my comic, a lot more work than I've been progressing lately. Is really on my mind. So I hope to this weekend, depending on once I take care of a bunch of home stuff and whatnot, if I could stream more hours, that would be a good thing. But it's even just more than a couple of days worth of work on my comic. I'm thinking, regardless of what happens going forward, worst case scenario, I might tell him the end of August is as far as I'm going with this. So either find somebody just as good as me, or decide on a different path for yourself. Because I have way too much work on my plate and want to get a lot done this year. I'm not going to be able to do it if I have this day job, but the money that it will bring in over the summer, I could put to very good use. But yeah, it's just frustrating. I'm thinking about my comic all day while doing a job I don't love, but so what? It's putting me on the right track. Marsh makes comics. What are you doing here? What the heck is retro? Why, retro is my superhero comic. Born of comics I loved growing up from the 60s to the 90s. A little bit of my love of Heavy Metal magazine. And so much more. Originally came up with the idea of the character back when I was 18. And have been developing him ever since. Oh, Marsh is at work listening. Cool. Awesome. And he says, never let the day job get in the way of comics. I agree. But, as well as me, is like the day job really wears you out. And I'm trying to find a space in between It can be difficult at times, but still making progress. So I think last weekend was my first after kind of a almost regular week last week, and had some obligations to take care of. But otherwise, it was like I just want the weekend off. But I think this weekend I'll have a little more energy, and I'll be able to at least sort out some stuff I need to. I should probably post more artwork for sale. Anything that, down the line can buy me more time to just focus entirely on not only retro, but a couple other gigs I got going on and other books I want to get out myself. Retro will be the first, but I got Arena. I got a sketchbook of my very own I want to do and get out. Which will, I'm thinking I might do a color sketchbook. I was thinking originally, sketchbooks are black and white, but might do a color sketchbook so I could have my story of the Griffin in it and color that myself. Since I've done some coloring, but very little. It would be interesting. And of course, that will have 100 sketches of griffins. Parkour is the way he travels. Yes, indeed. Parkour. He's the master of parkour. Retro is. I think all little boys and girls have experiences with parkour when they're young. I know I did. I remember back. I'm spinning this page like heck. Back when I was young, I used to fall down the stairs like I'm a stuntman or whatever I was thinking at the time. They had carpeting on them, so it was like, this is not painful at all. It's just fun and goofy. And my brother Jimmy taught me how to. We had sort of tiny hallways in our home, and you put your back up against one, and you put your feet on the other, and you could sort of Spider-Man up the hallway walls, and that was always fun. I remember he tried to scare me. It's like I had to look up to see him because he was climbing the wall. But yeah, I want to make serious progress on this project, and I don't really see that in the foreseeable future. But once I get back to a full-time schedule, which I have to because I got a graphic novel, I got an issue of Hawk of New York, and I got little things piling up. So I can only feasibly do a day job for a little while. But that's how it goes. Boom, boom, boom. Mm-mm. Oh, what do I want to mention? Oh, um, I know Marshall won't care about this, but Facebook, there's a new Facebook in town. Um, and they sort of changed the format. It's like New Coke. It's New Facebook. And to me, it looks pretty much like a Facebook on the phone. And I was like, nope, I don't like it. So I switched back to classic Coke. I mean Facebook. And I know probably at some point I'll be forced to make the change, as like with every site. Oh, it's beta. It's we're trying it out. Yeah, well, I don't like it. I don't like it. Mm-mm-mm. Bum, bum, bum. I thought it'd be more in a talkative mood this morning, but I don't know. I guess it just sums up to I wish I had my old schedule back. More free time in my life and able to work on my comic 24/7. Grumble, grumble. Bum, 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 bum. But yeah, I mean, the reason I got myself into a tight spot is because more often than not, I'm working at minimum finances in order to shift my focus from, entirely working for other people to working for myself. And there's so much I need to still learn and so much business things I need to get on track. And, part of that has definitely been streaming on YouTube and working on my comic to be more of a focus of what I do on YouTube. And I've been keeping up with that. I think there's only one episode where I was sketching something not related to anything. And when you got so much going on, it's It's good to keep those sort of tiny goals. Here I am, 20 episodes in, and I've been making progress on my comic. So I'm definitely happy about that. Well, if I can get retro out and arena and my sketchbook, you know, as well as with arena, I'm doing a backup story, and with retro, I'll actually be doing a zero issue. I might decide on making it something bigger than it originally was, but um, we'll see how it goes when I sit down and work on it again. That was a zero issue was something I was going to make exclusive, but I'm just going to offer it up to everybody. And I probably want to do the arena story first, only because I think I want to make the zero issue my first real all-out writing, penciling, inking comic. And I might even color it, because I'm sort of thinking of a monochromatic palette, maybe. We'll see. So that zero issue might be entirely produced by me and created and everything. This way, when I jump onto issue 2, I'll have more idea stylistically what I want to do. I have a general idea, which is kind of, kind of 80s style comic, kind of maybe a little bit image style comic, early good image. Lucifer, Arena's back. Yes, Arena never went away. I just never wanted to publish Arena first. So the first book Has Comics publishes is retro. Then Arena will follow. It has always been the plan, mostly. So I know Marshall's at work. What's everybody else up to? Are you working along with me on your comics? Are you getting your day started or ending your day? I hope everybody is staying safe in this crazy world. Lucifer says, "Yep, I'm working along with you, buddy. A few hours into the day, So I'll stop for some lunch soon. Awesome. Yeah, I'm just getting in some time before my current day job, which I really hope is just a temporary thing. Now that I got my major bills under control. I just got 1,000 things to do. Otherwise, boom, boom, boom. So if you haven't already, give this video a like, share it, and you'd be awesome in my book. Um, Subscribe if you haven't. I think everybody in the chat has already subscribed, of course. And yeah, just trying to grow my channel here. Me and my buddy Russ Leach have a friendly competition going on. Who can get to 1,000 subscribers first? And it seemed like every day I was getting more and more subscribers. It's sort of flattened out at the moment. So I guess I need all the help I can get. I'm going to try to stream more. Like tomorrow, I'll try to do a much longer stream. I'm not sure what time, but we'll see if we can go a couple hours. It'll be good. And I don't know about where everybody else is, but it's definitely been hot, hot, hot. You can't see. Well, maybe you can a little bit. Yeah, see, like I got a little bit of a tan in a few places. Because I'm out in the sun more often now. Yeah, I'm definitely like for a while I wasn't wearing anything on my head. I got a shaved head now, so my whole head is tanner. But now I'm wearing my baseball cap, so because I started peeling like crazy, and that's always fun. Because I'm just a white boy from Brooklyn. Spend most of my time indoors working on comics. I don't get much sun. But the only time it seems like is when I go swimming, which hasn't been a lot. Maybe I can go this weekend. We'll see. I know one day it's like if I ever get out of this apartment and into like having at least renting a home, I'll look into having a pool. Though it would have to be a decent size. I swam a lot as a kid. I'm not professional. I'm not like as far as swimming strokes and whatnot. So I get by, but But I am pretty good at holding my breath and swimming at the bottom of a pool or lake or what have you. Let's see where we at. Oh, 30 minutes already. Oh, that's good. Let's see. Uh, I gotta have enough time to jump in the shower and shave and make sure I'm ready for work. So I guess I can go 5 more minutes. So yeah, it's like everyone. I mean, globally, everybody's been affected by the pandemic. Um, and really, it's the reason I currently have a day job. Um, and it's becoming more and more a question of how exactly long it's going to go, and will the world be the same afterwards, and all that jazz. Another reason for doing this day job is that I'm not in a bad position if things arise. Gotta have some money in the bank and gotta be able to go with the flow if the unexpected happens. So, I'm definitely living in a good town where numbers are low. And that's a good thing. But, you know, global economy isn't what it was and isn't going to get any better anytime soon. It's better to be safe than sorry. So while I don't love my day job, while I reluctantly have it at the moment, um, it's saving me from the worst that's happening out there. Too many people out of work, too many people in need. But white boys from Brooklyn can't swim, but they can do parkour. Yeah, well, it's like my family was middle class at the time. I know there's probably no longer a thing called middle class, but um, we went upstate every summer, and while I I did swim a little bit while I was home in Brooklyn, but that was like maybe September. The water was still warm enough, maybe in June the water was warm enough. We had Coney Island and a couple of different beaches near enough. But every summer we used to, go upstate, as I like to call it. Part of Jersey that had bungalow colonies, and the colonies themselves and the camps that we went to had pools or lakes or all sorts of things. So that is where Peter the Fish emerged. Also, it worked out years later. I was working on Aquaman for my love of the water. I always thought I was sort of like had gills somewhere where I could hold my breath a pretty long time. It means I have good lungs, as they say. Not something to take for granted. And I definitely know that at some point I'm going to have to do my version of a metahuman who can breathe underwater. I love Aquaman. I love also Namor. And Namor is more of a, sometimes he's a hero, sometimes he's a villain, which makes him an interesting character. Probably the only hero villain outright that I really like. I mean, there's I think somebody like the Punisher is slightly different. I mean, now that I think about it, I think Namor probably has killed plenty of people too, but Punisher definitely walks around with guns and just killing people left and right. Supposedly bad guys, but And I'm just going off on tangents here, but it's all good. So yeah, I'll stop work here. I'm thinking what I would like to do is, once I know what time I'm doing it, I'll do an open call stream. And if anybody has off tomorrow, is working on their comic, stay tuned, because you can join me in this stream. So I'll make sure to set that up. And remind me if I don't. Because I'm sure today will be busy and I'll forget everything. But should be okay. All right. So yeah, we're coming up on 40 minutes now. That's good. It gives me enough time to jump in the shower and take care of business. Get out of here. Thanks again for joining me. Like the video. Subscribe if you haven't. Share it with your friends because you're awesome. And I'll see you again tomorrow for a open call stream where we can chat and talk and work together. All right, people. Have a great day and see you soon.